Avocado.
Hey guys, you're welcome to The Young God, a podcast for gods. I'm Rodney, and as you all know, we're neck deep in the strangest year possibly of all time. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day when tissue paper, hand sanitizer, and face masks will become as valuable as gold. If tissue paper, guys, can make it, so can you. Think about it. Tissue paper has been reliable since day one. Whether you're wiping a spill, wiping your nose, or wiping your ass, it's been there, always within reach. And once shit got real, pun intended, we gave toilet paper the respect it deserves. We bought that shit, we took it off the shelves, we stocked our homes with it. Like, everyone has tissue paper to the ceiling right now. Well, that's if you're in States or wherever else, but in general, tissue paper is bae. I never thought I'd say this ever, but be like tissue paper. Keep showing up, stay consistent, whether you're 2-ply, 3-ply, soft or rough, expensive or cheap, serviettes or wet wipes, stay wiping, and the world will recognize your worth one day. I promise. All jokes aside, nothing makes sense and everything is at stake right now. Basically, our choices are between staying at home or stepping outside and dying. Talk about the devil in the deep blue sea, right? And if you don't die, you risk the chance of inadvertently infecting someone else and causing them to die. It really is a weird predicament we find ourselves in at this moment in time. And it's like we're living in some weird alternate reality. With all of this going on and being stuck at home for God knows how long, the ongoing debate is, what really do we do with all this time? There are currently two camps. Those who believe this time should be one of peak productivity, and those who believe it's enough to simply make it through this period. Like, just chill or whatever. And let me tell you where I stand right now before we go any further. If you are young, healthy, unmarried, financially lacking, and stuck at home with minimal responsibility, you cannot afford to let all this time go to waste. I don't care what you do, whether you work on yourself, whether you're on a project, or whether it's your day job, or you're working on some relationship with your crush or whatever, or you're doing charity, volunteering work. It's very important to be doing something that keeps you engaged and gets you ready for the world that is to come. If you think things will simply go back to normal, you're on a long thing. So this episode, I'm going to share with you why I think this way and why you should too. I'm also going to share what I've been doing to pass the time. So it's going to be a good one. Let go. Anyone who knows me and follows my pages and has listened to this podcast knows I've been harping on the significance of 2020 for the longest time. I've been preaching to anyone who would listen that 2020 is that year. And despite everything that's happened so far, I still believe it. Yeah, I still believe 2020 is a special year for all of us. It turns out that 2020 is not just special now, but crucial. Nobody saw any of this coming, but let me tell you, in case you didn't know, there are indeed blessings on the horizon, just not for everybody. Yeah, I know how trash that sounds, but hear me out. Remember, at the beginning of the year, everyone was waxing lyrical about how 2020 was to be their year. Everyone and their mama was sure this was the year that they would figure it out, flex, and flourish. There was so much optimism worldwide, and it was amazing. You could feel the collective anticipation on January 1st. But then the universe said, not so fast. Let me make things a little bit interesting for y'all. Then Kobe and COVID happened. It's as if the universe wanted to test how badly we wanted the good things we so desired. So it increased the difficulty level of the game. No easy shots. And that's why I said the blessings to come are not for everyone. This is because the word difficult tends to make cowards out of most people. Basically, only those who don't let this twist of fate rock them off their goals are gonna reap the benefits of this time, of this year. This is the classic test. Many are called, but few are chosen. 2020 is saying to us, if you want my gifts, you gotta earn it. I think this is what 2020 is about, really. In between Kobe's death and the corona pandemic, there's a lot of positives if you know how to see, if your mentality is tops. And please, don't get me wrong, I'm not making light of the situation or the lives of those we've lost. But right now, all you can do is focus on you and the life you have and this gift of time you've been given. In fact, I bet those currently fighting the sickness and those who have lost their lives wish they had the time and health that you currently have. They have goals and dreams as well, and one way to honor them and those doctors and nurses and emergency workers who are fighting on the front lines, who are giving up their time while we have ours, is to stay home, keep your spirits up, and make your life better as you keep them in mind. I recently came across a tweet that said, if you don't come out of this period having learned a new skill or upgraded yourself in some way, you've wasted it. Close quote. The post received a lot of negative responses. I mean, a lot. They dragged this babe by her wig. It was violent. The collective anger was something I didn't even expect myself. Someone responded that, and I quote, "This is a pandemic, not a productivity contest." Close quote. Someone else said, and I quote, "Don't feel any type of way if you don't come out of this a changed person with new habits and new ideas or whatever. This is a very strange time. Keeping your head above water and staying sane is enough." Okay. Close quote. Okay, cool. That's fair. And you know what? I get it. I understand how they feel. In fact, I empathize. These are indeed strange and trying times that have triggered anxiety and fear in a lot of people. Not everyone is built for this. Not everyone is built to thrive under such adverse conditions, and that is fair. It's nothing to be ashamed of. On the other hand, I understand where the original tweet is coming from and where it is going. Quite frankly, the message is not meant for everyone. Those who are made of the stuff will get the message. If you know, you know. Let me just say, there's no right or wrong way to deal with this very real fear of contracting the virus. And there's no right or wrong way to deal with the restlessness that comes with being confined to your home for weeks, possibly months on end. But we're faced with a simple choice. Is 2020 cancelled, or are we just getting started? Because this too shall pass. And when it passes, do you want to hit the ground running, or do you want to be playing catch up? This is precisely the time to apply that Kobe mentality we all raved about when Kobe passed. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So there's this concept of relating to time I want to share with you guys today. And this is basically the point of this entire episode. Basically, there are two types of time: alive time and dead time. One is where you sit around when you wait until things happen to you. The other is when you are in control, when you make every second count, when you are learning and improving and growing. Google it. It's an actual thing in physics and philosophy. Life is constantly asking us, is this going to be a lifetime or dead time? Whenever we find ourselves in less than desirable situations. But at this point in time, coronavirus has forced us all into dead time. Dead time is basically time that is not being used. time in which you're not acting productively. Things like a prison sentence, exile, market crash, and self-isolation like right now. Times where it seems out of your control. Most people will feed this dead time by feeding their minds rubbish, binging Netflix, consuming all the TikTok challenges out there. Some will spend it worrying and panicking. Some will run away from themselves, and some will get up to all kinds of foolish behavior. On the other hand, a very handful of people will bring this time to life by learning everything they can about everything, about themselves, about people, about the factors that created this crisis, about how they can seize the opportunities that are abound after the dust settles. They will fill most of their time with productive activities like strategizing, planning, staying fit, getting creative, or even getting to know their families. Basically, they will make this time count. Obviously, there will be time for chilling and goofing around because balance is good. But if I would. But for the most part, this lockdown is a precious gift. Those of us who are healthy and fortunate to have everything we need at home and have minimal responsibility have been given the gift of time. For the first time in our adult lives, we're not really missing out on anything out there. Everybody's at home. There's no obligation to go to work or go to a party or go to a meeting or do anything. Just stay at home. And you're probably not making any money either. So all you have is time. It just makes sense that if your financial wealth is stagnant, you might as well focus on investing in your mental wealth. Not mental health, mental wealth. There's a difference, please. Put some respect on it. And if you happen to have no kids, all the more reason why you should take advantage and turn dead time into a lifetime. You will never have another period like this in your life. So I don't mean to sound preachy. I just don't want to see. I just want to see everybody win. I want to see everyone being the best version of themselves and doing the most. Everybody deserves to reach their goals and dreams, but it takes sacrifice. So look, all right. The year is long. 2020 just entered its 4th month, with 8.5 to go. There's still time. There's still time for a turnaround. This year can still be salvaged. I believe that with my whole heart. But we gotta be ready, yo. We gotta show up. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. 2020 will have the wildest, most beautiful plot twist for those of you who stay in the game. So you can decide that this is all too much for you and you can't come and kill yourself. And that's perfectly okay. No one will blame you. No one should blame you. Just know that you won't reap where you didn't sow. The rest of you gods out there though, you gotta keep up the momentum. You gotta keep moving forward. Put yourself in position to receive. Personally, I couldn't care less what anyone else does with their time. It's not my business. It's not my place to judge. I don't have time to judge. I choose to make every moment a moment of a lifetime. There's no time for me to complain, to wish things were different. I'm built for this. I'm a motherfucking god, yo. And this is an opportunity to prove that I am what I say I am. The same goes for everyone who's listening. This is for you. A reminder that we're all in this together. The future is bright and we gotta be doing, we gotta be one of those who shine in that light when the time comes. You feel me? Pick up a book, pick up a pen, pick up the phone. Open your eyes, open your ears, and open your mind. You gotta weather the storm because the weather always changes. Remember that. Resist the temptation to let mass hysteria or wanderlust or petty things distract you. Don't get sucked into what the masses are doing. TikTok challenges and whatnot are cool, they're fun. But in the end, what else? The dark times in history have birthed the brightest people in history. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to be brighter than the motherfucking sun. Again, there's no right or wrong way. This time is yours to use as you please. Use it for whatever makes sense in your reality. Use it to chill, flex, relax, and take it easy. Or you can use it as a time to gain an advantage, a new perspective. It's really up to you. It all depends on your point of view. It also depends. It also depends on your goals and ambitions. I just feel like if you're young, if you're healthy and strong, if you've yet to figure things out, if you've yet to secure the bag, you can't afford to be binging Netflix all day. That's what I'm saying. Like you have things to do. Right now, you have only one job. Do whatever you can to make the future make sense. If 2020 is really that year, it's not going to happen just because you said it or wished it. Turn this dead time into a lifetime. And maybe, just maybe, you will blow like tissue paper. Who knows? Remember, the future isn't something that happens. It's something we make. This is the young God. Running out. The year is long. 2020 just entered its fourth month with 8.5 to go. There's still time for a turnaround. This year can still be salvaged. I believe that with my whole heart, with everything I've got. But we gotta be ready. We gotta stay ready. We gotta show up. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. Because 2020 will have the wildest, most beautiful plot twist for those who stay in the game. You can decide that this is all too much for you and you can't come and kill yourself, and that's perfectly okay. No one will blame you. No one will, judge you. Just know you won't reap where you didn't sow. Again, there's no wrong or right way. This time is yours to use as you please. Use it for whatever makes sense in your reality. Use it to flex, chill, relax, and take it easy. Or use it to gain an advantage, gain a new perspective for when the storm passes. It's really up to you. Speaking of storms, it's just raining outside when I'm recording, so you might hear some rain sounds. I hope this comes out right because I can't record again because I'm in the spirit right now. This is just flowing from. God damn, it's really coming down. Okay, let me get through this real quick. So yeah, it's really up to you. It all depends on your point of view. It also depends on your goals and ambitions. I just feel like if you're young, if you're healthy and strong, if you've yet to figure things out, if you've yet to secure the bag, you can't afford to eat, sleep, and watch TikTok all day. That's what I'm saying. Right now, you have only one job. Do whatever you can to make the future bright, to make the future make sense. If 2020 is really that year, as you said it is, it's not going to happen just because you said it or wished it. Turn this time into a lifetime. And maybe, just maybe, you will blow like tissue paper. Who knows? No, that was mad. I like that. Oh, man, sorry. Need to sip something. So yeah, that's me. That's my take on this thing. I really hope that you're able to see the light, see the wisdom in my point of view, or not. Doesn't matter. But if you know, you know. Those who will get it. And I wish you all the best. I can't wait to see what we all, come up with by the time this is all said and done. I can't wait to see, how the gods among us, contribute and influence the world positively because they need us. The world needs people like us to keep moving forward, to keep pushing the levels, pushing to level 1, level 2, level 3, boss fights only, and chilling is good, rest is important, but balance, man. Balance is the most important thing. Like, don't just fall all the way to one side. Make time for yourself, make time for the things that are important, the things that need to be done, do them, and then you can chill. And I'm living that life right now. I can tell you it's working, and it will work for you too. But anyway, let's continue the conversation on IG. Let's continue the conversation on IG. Follow me at The Young God Pod. I'm also on Twitter at I Am The Young God. Y'all be safe. Have a productive. Y'all be safe. Have a productive lockdown. And share this episode to anyone you think will get the message. This is The Young God. Rodney out.